Hello and welcome along to a new week. Unfortunately, still the same old nonsense being spouted by our cracking little friend over here, Mr. Scamber at the Great British Con House. Now, there are videos already out where we discuss his silver bars. At no point do I say in those videos that every single item made from silver has to be assayed. He talks about a bag of shot and says, do you think every single piece of shot is assayed? No, I don't. There is a minimum weight requirement. But anyway, you can check those out on previous videos. What we're going to look at today is, he says about anybody that's followed him for a reasonable amount of time will have seen time and time again his price predictions on coins are 100% accurate. So what we're going to do, he lists prices and coins in this video. So what we're going to do today is just have a look at one or two of these coins, maybe a few more, and see about the valuations that Mr. Scamber gets to. So let's crack on and see what his first one is.
Aviation and Jane Austen, you're looking at 50 quid or more.
Okay, so you heard it there, Aviation and Jane Austen. You're looking at £50 or more.
Region about 60-70 quid. You're
That's
looking
quid.
at Aviation and Jane Austen, you're looking at 50 quid or more.
Okay, so Aviation £2, Jane Austen £2, £50 or more. So I could show you several Facebook groups. I don't want to show you Facebook groups for sort of data protection and those kind of things. So let's just have a look on eBay. And remember, £50 or more. So let's just pop in Aviation £2 coin. And we'll just scroll down this side and click on sold items. So sold items, in its packaging, £18.50, £23.94, £17.50, £21, £16, £18, £13. That's silver proof, £20, well, best offer accepted, £10, 21, 23, 29, silver proof again, best offer accepted. Jane Austen and Aviation there, and it didn't even get the £39, £17, so 15. So okay, so maybe that's just a one-off. So the other one was Jane Austen. Oh, Jane Austen £2, £32, excuse me, 21, 20, 15, 18, 21, 18, 19, 19, 18, 20, 24, 50, 1850, 1150. So we haven't actually seen any of them for 50 quid. That's the closest that we've seen. 44.95 in the special packaging there. Although that's actually, sorry, that's a 2017 year set by the look of that. Yeah, absolutely none anywhere near to the pricing that he is quoting. So that was just 2 coins, maybe there's more. So we'll just move on and listen to what else he's got to say.
I was the first person to value a Kew Gardens at £89. And I told people it would go to more than 100, 150 quid.
That doesn't surprise me at all though, because, I mean, you value the £25 Beatrix Potter silver proofs at 125 quid, when you can pick them up left, right and centre for 25 quid.
And people laughed at me and they called me names when I said that Kew Gardens would go to 150 quid.
I think you're probably fine, Mr. Scamber, that people laugh at you and call you names on a daily basis. It's nothing to do with anything in particular that you've said. It's just what people do with you. But carry on.
How much is it now? It's more than 150 quid, isn't it? The Academy, thank you, Phil. The moment the Academy was released, it's not even sold out yet, and I came on and said to you, you're looking at an £80 coin there. If the information they've given is real and true, you're looking at an 80.
Why wouldn't the information be real and true? Not everybody operates in the same manner that you do, Mr. Lambert. It's absolutely insane again. Oh, mate. Okay, so the coin he's talking about now, let's just listen to what he's got to say about the Academy.
The moment the Academy was released,
yeah.
The moment it was released, it's not even sold out yet.
Okay.
And I came on and said to you, you're looking at an £80 coin there. If the information they've given is real and true, well, you're looking at an £80.
Why wouldn't?
And I came on and said,
how much?
You're looking at an £80 coin there. If the information they've given is real and true, you're looking at an £80, £100 coin there.
80 to £100 coin. So again, we'll pop across to eBay. You'll see Academy of Arts £5 coin, and I have clicked completed and sold items. 80 to £100, 19.99, 14.99, 21.30, 22, 31.99. Silver proof, that doesn't count, that's different. Silver proof 22, silver proof. So even there, 80 to 100, and the silver proof didn't reach that. That's quite interesting. 21, 14.50, 19.99, 20. Literally a fiver, that one. 24. So again, this is yet, now that's 3 out of 3 coins he's given us, and 3 out of 3 times his valuations are nothing short of ludicrous. But
or it's even sold out.
Maybe it's just
because
bad luck.
It's the lowest mintage of all of the £5 coins. Times 10,000.
We'll just stick with it for a little bit longer.
And most of those went to Change Checker, 288 group. They had most of them. And I know that because I've got the proof of that when they offered
Of course you do. Of course you do. You have every sort of proof, Lambert.
And they were sitting on them.
Okay.
Waiting for them to go up in value. But I told you what that would be worth the moment it got released. HMS Belfast, I told you.
Well, you did say that it was an £80 coin, but we've just proven you wrong. It's nowhere near an £80 coin, is it? So now we've moved on. I heard HMS Belfast.
It's a £25 coin.
£25 coin. Okay, let's have a look. HMS Belfast £2 coin. Sorry, I didn't know. That's right, I didn't put it on there. So completed and sold items there. £3.11, £5. Very rare with the flag error, £12.95. 7, £3.24, £3, £4.50, £4.50. That's actually for 3 coins, 23. So it's still not reaching its valuation. and that's 3 coins. And that is actually including aviation, which is, has already told us, is a £50 coin. £3.40, £5.99, 5, £7.95, 5. So again, the absolute dearest we found was the error, and that was at 14 quid. So look, 3 to 4 quid is what you would expect to pay. So again, not true, but let's just hear what he's got to say.
And you've got change range. They slated me over that. Dave Hill and Lee Holt and all of them, they slated me. Shouldn't mention any names in, but they slated me over that, telling me it was a £4 coin.
No, you're actually a very clever man that doesn't like to name names, because then when people come back at you with evidence, you can say, well, I didn't say it was you, I didn't say it was Joe, I didn't say it was Bob. You know, you're a very clever man where that's concerned. You insinuate who it is, but you won't actually say it. But carry on.
You know, the mintage on a Navy and a 2015 Britannia is the same as an Indian-ish. So how can you say that the value is not going to be the same? The value is going to be the same.
On that basis that he's talking about there is purely on mintage figures. They're virtually the same, so the values have got to be the same. Well, that's absolute nonsense, because we all know that the dual date 50p is a much lower mintage than a Kew Gardens. Yeah, Kew Gardens valuation is sky high in comparison. So again, you cannot make the comparison purely on mintage figures. That's absolutely ridiculous. So let's have a look. You know, this is, what's today? These are being sold today on eBay for £3, and he's just told you it's £25.
So that's what I've got to say about
Let's hear
silver. If you don't like my silver, don't buy it.
Okay.
There are, I'll change range, hello. There are grey areas with silver in the UK loopholes, if you like. Bullion does not to have a hallmark, but if you pour something for the purposes of sale with a design, etc., then it is no longer bullion. Well, on that score, I won't argue with you because I don't know.
Right, so what Mr. Change Range or Miss Change Range, whoever it is actually just said to you, Mr. Lambert. Now, if you are pouring bullion, silver, and making a design, let's say for argument's sake, you've actually got the correct date of your father passing away, and you wanted a plaque to commemorate that. Now, if Bob down the road poured that silver for you and sold it to you, gave it to you, then it would not need to be hallmarked. Okay? If, however, you said to Bob down the road, can you pour me 20 of those please, because I intend to resell them, then that is no longer classified in that loophole, and it does in fact need to be hallmarked. And you've just sat there and said, whoa, I can't argue with that because I don't know.
What I do know is, absolute fact, is that you roasted me, you and your guys, absolutely roasted.
So rather than actually address that subject, we'll just quickly change it onto something else. Okay, we'll roll with it.
Roasted me over the Belfast and the Britannia.
Yeah.
And even when I bought a lot off your partner Dave Hill, I bought loads of him, and you absolutely...
Well, the Britannia, sorry, the HMS Belfast is not a £25 coin. I will roast you here and now that your prices are absolutely horrific. We've scrolled through this. I don't know how far you want me to go back to see one that has actually sold for 20. This one was £24.95. So still not reached your target of 25. There was one here, 2015, First World War, Royal Navy, HMS Belfast, £2 pack sealed, 35 quid on the 10th of April, 10 days ago. So that's one. Look at that then. That is an entire bag of HMS Belfast, whatever you want to call them. The entire bag, £20 worth of coins, sold for £37. So again, you know, and that's 7 of them. So out of an entire page, there are 50 items on the page, as it says down there. Only once has your prize been achieved. So you're talking absolute codswallop.
Absolutely roasted me over that. So okay. No, it's not. It's never going to be worth that. It's never going to be worth that. It's only a £4 coin. Really? There's HMS Belfast getting sold for 100 quid.
Where? Where the hell are Belfast selling for £100? Tell me. My God, I'll sell mine.
Because they've got the error on them, certain error on them. And even without the error, it's a £25, £30 coin.
But it's not.
And
we've just showed you 50 of the last sales on eBay, and it's not reached anywhere near your valuation.
Anybody out there can listen to me just to tell them what to do and what to put away. I would say, if you can buy a Belfast cheap, buy it. Buy as many as you can and put them away. I had £100,000 for stock stolen from me, but I had over 1,200 of those coins.
This is a story that gets revisited every so often. I had £100,000 worth of stock stolen from me. Well, it's actually really quite simple, isn't it? Because he works from home. So there were only, I believe at the time, there were only 2 people that it could have been. Now, wouldn't any, at the time, the business was on its arse, you know? So, wouldn't you have called the police and had them investigate it? He didn't. So, would you claim on the insurance? He didn't. He didn't do anything other than sit on here and whine about it, which I think that probably tells you just about all that you need to know about. Oh, I had £100,000 worth of stock go.
They were all stolen, but I had about 1,200 of those coins.
Of course you did.
And I would keep buying them and keep buying them and keep buying them. That's why I bought them off Change Range, because they were cheap and I knew what they would go up to in value.
But they're not. You're saying you're not saying buy them now, they will in 5 years be 25 quid. You're saying they are £25 now and £100 now, and they're just simply not. So please, unbelievable.
Any poorer who wants to be accredited would hallmark their work if it helps someone to sell it on. Well, that then is the code that's on the back of these silver bars, Change Range.
The code that you refuse to show.
Marked by the person that hand poured them.
For anybody that's interested, I don't want to make this about the silver again, but for anybody that was interested, he alleges that he showed the silver bar earlier on. He doesn't show you anything. He looks at it himself. He doesn't actually show anything himself. And the reason I suspect that he doesn't show anything himself is A, it isn't stamped at all on the reverse of it, or B, it's him that has stamped it himself. That's just my opinion, because if it was me that was being hounded, as he puts it, having vicious, nasty things said about me, then I would do my damnedest to prove them wrong. You know, I said it I think a couple of times already in previous videos, I would be dragging out all this legislation left, right and centre and showing it to you guys. Literally all he does is sit here and say, no, no, no. I don't have to do it. But anyway, we're not doing silver, we're doing valuations today.
It's just that people like you and other customers have been led up the garden path by loads and loads of this, saying and telling lies about what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And I always say to people, if you want to know something, go to the horse's mouth, go and ask the horse. I'm the horse. Don't ask anybody else about Ian.
This is why I've decided to do the videos this way, so that you cannot accuse me of saying something that you then later deny. You've already removed UK Coin Hunter's comments from the video that he interrupted you on. You would be doing the same if it was me asking you the questions. So by doing it this way, by showing you actually saying it, then you cannot backtrack on it. So I am not getting you to say things that you haven't said. I'm not accusing you of saying things you haven't said. I'm showing you damnedest evidence of you actually saying it. As you say that this HMS Belfast is worth 25 quid or even 100 quid, when 49 of the last 50 sales have reached nowhere near that, and if you check it, the majority of them are 3 or 4 quid. But carry on.
Go and ask Ian about Ian. You know, I won't go to somebody else and ask them about change range. If I want to go to change range, I'll ask change range.
Or in other words, if you want to know the price or the valuation of something, go and ask a convicted fraudster. As Mr. Scambit himself is all, you know, a convicted fraudster. Why wouldn't he tell you the truth?
That just makes sense to me, doesn't it you?
It does, yeah.
If I want to know something about Phil Corbett, I'm not going to go to change range and say, here, change range, do us a favour, tell me about Phil Corbett. No, I'll go and ask Phil Corbett. But you see, you've got these people making up.
So in that aspect, you're kind of contradictory, because you're nothing to do with the mint, the treasury, or anything like that. You're not a financial expert. You're not a financial advisor. You are telling people what they should be investing in, what they should be buying, and giving them false valuations. Doesn't make sense.
In
really.
order to make videos, in order to make me respond, and I won't respond. And I don't call this a response video. I will not respond to these people. They are not worth. They're not worth. They're not worth my time in making response videos. And I have no intention of making any response videos.
Should I? And I will now give you the whole simple reason that Mr. Scambit will not make a response video. And there is one reason and one reason alone. In the videos that I have made previously, I have shown you the hallmarking and assay law of 1973 and how it applies to silver nowadays. And I've shown you that on the hallmarking and assaying website. I've shown you that on the Trading Standards website, and I've shown you that on the .gov.uk website. So that's 3 different sources that I have shown that to you. Mr. Scambit, in his previous response videos, likes to personally attack the person that has said something against him. And put quite simply, he has no way to attack what I have said about the silver. There is nowhere that Mr. Scambit can go and get legislation or laws and say, look, this is where he has got it wrong, this is where he's misled somebody, or anything like that. And that is why he won't do a response. So the only other way that he could respond would be to personally attack me. He's already been slated several times for personally attacking me, and he was in fact investigated by the police for personally attacking me. So he can't do that. So, and trust me, I know Mr. Scamber. It will be eating him up inside, the fact that he just has to sit there and not respond. And when he does kind of respond in the way or shape of an investor's email, there is a mole inside there that sends that information over to me. So it'll be eating him up, but carry on.
And that makes, when you don't respond to people,
because I know, so I just over talk because it's just nonsense. We do have another coin valuation coming in a minute, so that's why I've left this to run.
Because they're getting more confident and more confident, because nobody's coming back to them and going, oh, you're wrong, or you're wrong.
It's actually not true, because I have said,
and I'm just not getting
if you can prove to me that what I have said is wrong,
and
I
if
will.
any of you want to go and watch, and
I have said, if you can prove to me that what I've said is wrong, then I will apologise. But so far, nobody has proven anything to me. In fact, your own customers are sending me links or videos where other people are saying exactly the same as me. Not about you, but about silver as itself, you know. Your own customers are contacting me and sending me this information. So, no, nobody has shown me anywhere where what I've said could be proven to be wrong. The only bit that you seem to be picking up on is every single bit of silver, and I've never said that. There is a minimum weight. Unfortunately, an ounce bar is over that weight, and because you are having it produced to resell it, means that it does then need to be hallmarked or assayed. But again, we're not on about these.
Believe in all of that tripe, then crack on, jog on.
Or we could believe the tripe coming from your mouth that an HMS Belfast is a £50 coin, and clearly you can see there it's not. Or what about which was the one previous that we said, the Academy of Arts was it an £80 coin? Well, clearly it's not. What was the one previous to that? The Jane Austen was a £50 coin. Clearly not. Aviation was a £50 coin. Clearly not. So maybe we should all sit here and listen to the tripe and believe the tripe that comes from your mouth. But go on.
I'm not bothered. We've got a nice little exclusive.
You must be bothered.
We've got nice customers. We've got people that don't mind spending a few quid. Some of them don't spend a lot. That's cool. We have a nice little system going on. People with or without money can win a few stuff.
I think this is something that I touched on the other day, and it, you know, I have nothing to do with whoever is. I can't even get the chat up at the moment, so I have no idea who's asking him the questions today. What I do know is if I was running a business, and it's now 3 or 4 times this issue has been brought up, if I was running a business and was constantly being asked the question, is this right, Ian? Is this right? Is this right? By his own admission, he doesn't know. He admits that. He doesn't know. By his own admissions. So the first thing that I would be doing in his situation would be going and doing a bit of due diligence, a bit of research, a bit of checking here and there, to see whether in fact I could be wrong. He point blank refuses to do that, and I find that quite horrific. In my own personal opinion, and I said this months and months and months ago, he could go out and commit a murder tonight and then come back on live on screen and say, sorry guys, I've just been out and committed murder. There would be people there sending him donations to pay for a lawyer. There would be people there saying, Ian, it's not your fault, you were driven to it. It does not matter what this man does, there will be people that support and back him. And for me, that is quite worrying. It's a cult leadership that he's getting. And a lot of these people are elderly, are vulnerable, and in my opinion that's what he does. He preys on the elderly and the vulnerable to have his business running, and I find that very, very worrying. But please do carry on, Mr. Lambert. It's funny we've stopped it there with Lorna Jones being the prime example. Now Lorna Jones, I have nothing personally against Lorna. I find her quite funny, if I'm honest. She blocks me on Facebook, then she unblocks me, then she blocks me and unblocks me. It's quite funny. She's clearly desperate to know what I am doing, but she is registered disabled and unable to work. Yet she's an absolute bare minimum of 2 hours a day working for Ian. Allegedly that is unpaid work. Well, again, personally I don't believe that it's unpaid. I believe they're given raffle credit or something in that area to compensate them for their work. If in fact it is true and they're not paid, then that is quite damning on Mr. Lambert himself again. The work, the time, the effort that these people put in behind the scenes, and he is not giving them anything in return, actually says quite a lot about him as a man.
Let's really stop taking. You're right.
Okay.
So there we go. Britannia is still a £4 coin. You're wrong, Change Range. Britannia is not £4.
Right, you just heard that there.
Exclusive club on my channel. We've got 9. I'll give you this challenge. I will buy. Britannia is still a £4 coin. You're wrong, Change Range. Britannia is not
Britannia is not a £4 coin. What do you value it at?
You might as well say that then England is a £4 coin, and it's not. And it's the same mintage.
What is it then?
And I'll give you this challenge.
Okay, well he's not going to tell us, so let's just go across. It was 2015, wasn't it? I always spell Britannia wrong, it's embarrassing.
I will buy all of the Britannia 2015s off you that you can find at £4 each. And I will buy all of the HMS Belfasts that you can find for £4 each.
Well, HMS Belfast, we've just shown you 49 out of 50 that were round about the £3 or £4 mark. So let's have a look at the Britannia. Let's make sure that, yeah, we got the solding clicked on there. 245, 599, 290, 270, 250. That's 2 of them for a tenner. 250, £3. Oh, £4. 349, 375. So no, I would personally say that you're correct. It's not a £4 coin. It's more like a £2 or £3 coin. So yeah.
You send them my way, and I'll buy every single one. You don't have to pay eBay any commission. You don't have to pay anybody any commission. Just send them all my way. Give me a legitimate invoice, and I will buy it. There's my challenge to you, and I'll buy every single one. And I promise you this: I bet you won't even offer me a single one at £4.
Well, I have just shown you an absolute batch of them there for under £4. So why are you asking people to go and do your work? This is you valuating coins here. So you've given us a valuation for the Aviation and the Jane Austen. Both prices horrendous. You gave us a price for the Academy £5 coin. Absolutely miles off the mark. You gave us a valuation for HMS Belfast. Miles off the mark. And then you've just given us one for the 2015 Britannia, and we've just done it here now live on eBay, and you can see these, you know, 20th of April, 19th of April, 18th of April. So admittedly these don't come up particularly regular, but they are available on there. And you know, by the time because I know what you're going to say, oh, well, what about eBay fees and postage and blah blah blah. Even with postage, that is under £4. That is under £4. Under £4. Under £4. Bang on £4. Under. That one is. That's slightly over with postage. Slightly over. But it's nowhere near your kind of valuations. Under. Bang on. Under. Slightly over. You know, it's absolute nonsense.
They are not a £4 coin.
And I think,
you know, what you talk about selling every day for £4 is you think that selling something at a starting price in an auction is the actual retail price, and it's not, unfortunately.
well, unfortunately, you absolute moron, I'm not looking at the starting price. As you can see here, we have been looking at the sold and completed prices. One bid, two bids, one bid. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, just out of interest. Let's unclick the sold items there. And what we'll do now, we'll have a look at the ending soonest. We need to go to auctions, don't we? So auctions, and just see, you know, what kind of £3.75 no offers, £3.50 no offers, £3 no offers, £10 none, £5 none, £2.50 no offers, £4.99 no offers. It's not going to get offers on that, is it? The HMS, that's got 5 bids at £4.27. Remember, that's a coin that he told us was a £25 coin. No offers, no offers. That's Magna Carta. Britannia, no offers. No offers. No offers at £2.50. £6 for the Belfast, no offers. £3, no offers. £3.50, none. £3.99, yeah, so they haven't got any offers on them at all. So you're absolutely talking out of your backside.
You know, you've got your business, I've got mine. You run your business the way that you want to run it, and I'll run my business the way that I want to run it. That's fair, isn't it?
Just, I mean, the only thing that I can say in response to that is thank God you are no longer selling coins. Thank God you have moved away from selling coins, because we've just given you an example here where you have valued 5 coins, and every one of them you are horrifically out on your valuation of coins. So that's all I can say is thank God you are no longer selling coins, because you know we've proven you again to be a liar. But anyway, that's all for today. So the rest of the video is just him valuing his bloody business at, I don't know, £20 million or some nonsense. but yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Keep yourself safe, and I'll see you soon.